Progress didn't come in straight lines. Some days were better, others were worse. One afternoon, I was mowing the lawn when a car backfired nearby. My body reacted before my brain did. I dropped to the ground, heart racing, eyes scanning for cover. When I came back to my senses, Lily was standing on the porch, wide-eyed and shaking. "Daddy?" she called. I forced a shaky laugh, trying to play it off. "Just startled me, sweetheart. Everything's okay." But she ran back inside. That night, Emily found her drawing another picture, this one of me lying on the ground next to a big red boom. I wanted to tear it up, to pretend it didn't exist, but Emily stopped me. "She's trying to understand," she said. "You can't hide it from her." I sat in Lily's room that night watching her sleep, wondering how much of me she actually remembered and how much she de-learned from watching me break. Dr. Harris asked me one session to write a letter. "Not to me," he said, "to your daughter. Say everything you can't say out loud." So I did. "Dear Lily, I don't know how to talk to you anymore, and that hurts more than I can say. I missed your first tooth, your first dance recital, your birthdays. I missed tucking you in at night. I thought coming home would fix everything, but it didn't. It just reminded me how much I missed. When I look at you, I see everything good in this world. And when you look at me, I see everything I still have to earn back. I love you more than you'll ever know. Dad." I didn't plan to give it to her, but a few nights later, Emily found it and read it quietly at the kitchen counter. When she looked up, her eyes were wet. "You should let her read it," she whispered. "She's too young. Maybe, but she'll understand what she can, and the rest will stay with her until she's ready." So, one afternoon I left the letter on her nightstand before she got home from school. That night, I heard her door creak open. Small footsteps padded down the hallway. "Daddy?" I turned. She was holding the letter in her hand. "Did you write this?" I nodded slowly. She didn't say anything, just came closer and handed it back to me. Then she did something that made my breath catch. She reached out, hesitated, and wrapped her little arms around me. It wasn't long, just a few seconds, but I felt it. The warmth, the forgiveness, the silent "I missed you too." When she pulled away, she whispered, "I still love you, Daddy." And I broke, completely. From that day, things started to shift. Not quickly, but enough to notice. She'd sit closer to me on the couch, ask me to open jars or help her tie her shoes. Small things, but they meant everything. One Sunday, she asked if we could go for a walk. Just me and her. I said yes before she could change her mind. We walked to the park near our house. She held my hand halfway there, her tiny fingers wrapped around mine like they used to be. At the park, she pointed at the swings. "Push me?" "Of course." As I pushed her higher, she laughed, a real free laugh that cut through the weight I'd been carrying for so long. "Higher, Daddy." I smiled for real. "You got it, kiddo." For the first time, I felt like I was home, not just in my house, but in her world again. But trauma doesn't disappear just because you're happy. A few weeks later, I had another nightmare, this one worse than usual. I woke up screaming, drenched in sweat. Lily ran into the room, crying. Emily followed right behind her. "Daddy, wake up!" she shouted, shaking me. I opened my eyes and saw her terrified face inches from mine. My heart dropped. I sat up, gasping. "It's okay, baby. I'm okay." She climbed onto the bed and hugged me. I held her tightly, still shaking. Emily sat beside us, rubbing my back. "You're safe," she whispered. "You're home." Lily whispered it too. "You're home, Daddy." Those 3 words broke something open inside me. Not in a bad way, but in the way a wound breaks so it can finally heal. From that night on, things started to change for real. I kept going to therapy. I talked more. To Emily, to Lily, even to other vets. It didn't erase the pain, but it helped me carry it better. I started telling Lily stories, not about the war, but about the people. About kindness, bravery, friendship. She'd listen wide-eyed, asking questions. Sometimes she'd draw pictures of the people I mentioned. Once, she drew one of me standing next to a soldier with angel wings. "Who's that?" I asked. "That's your friend who didn't come back," she said simply. "I gave him wings so he can visit you any time." I couldn't speak for a while after that. It was a few months later when I realized the weight was starting to lift. We were at her school's family day, parents everywhere, laughter, music. One of the teachers asked Lily who I was, just casual conversation. She smiled proudly and said, "That's my dad." Just 3 words, but they meant everything. For so long, I'd been fighting a war no one could see, trying to earn back a title I'd already had by blood but had lost in her eyes. That day, I got it back. That night, after she went to sleep, I stood at her doorway and watched her breathing softly under her blanket. The same little girl who once hid behind her mother now called me Daddy again. But this time I didn't take it for granted, because I'd learned that coming home isn't about getting off a plane or walking through your front door. It's about finding your way back to the people who make you feel like you belong. And that's what I was finally doing. One day, one step, one hug at a time. The war taught me how to fight. But my daughter is teaching me how to live again.